This year, more than 60,000 people nationwide will get a cosmetic surgery procedure called a Brazilian butt lift, made popular by celebrities and social media influencers.
They're often called BBLs and actually have the highest death rate among any plastic surgery procedures.
This comes as a Tampa cosmetic surgeon was disciplined this month by the Florida Board of Medicine because his patient died following a Brazilian butt lift procedure.
And tonight, I-Team investigator Adam Walser digs into what experts say causes these deaths and talks to a cosmetic surgeon about what can be done to lessen the danger.
Any comment today? How are you feeling?
You guys want to say anything? It's over. That's it.
Dr. Joseph Castellano walked out of the Florida Board of Medicine meeting after a disciplinary hearing regarding the death of a patient under his care. He settled his case, agreeing never to do another Brazilian butt lift procedure. 35-year-old Audrey Torres, a single mother who lived with her 23-month-old son in Waimama, died after she went to the Castellano Cosmetic Surgery Center in February 2020 to get a Brazilian butt lift. Neither her family nor their lawyers can discuss the case because her estate sued Dr. Castellano and agreed to a confidentiality agreement as part of a $250,000 malpractice settlement, money that will go to support her son.
Anything to say to the family?
You might recognize Castellano from his billboards, dotting high-traffic roads across Tampa Bay for years, advertising his results as just beautiful. Dr. Castellano advertised Brazilian butt lifts, or BBLs, on his website.
This patient here, we're liposuctioning her abdomen, love handles, back, inner, outer thighs, and then we're transferring it all to her butt.
That procedure was performed in 2016. Torres's BBL surgery took place on the morning of Thursday, February 20th, 2020 at Castellano's clinic on MacDill Avenue. According to a health department complaint, complications developed during Torres's surgery, and she was taken to the hospital where she died. An autopsy revealed she died of fat emboli, which is when particles of fat enter the bloodstream and block circulation. As part of his settlement with the Board of Medicine, Dr. Castellano will receive a letter of concern, pay a $10,000 fine and investigative costs, complete 5 hours of continuing education, and will be permanently restricted from doing Brazilian butt lifts.
You've agreed to not do Brazilian butt lifts anymore. Or do you wish you'd never done this procedure?
We don't have any comments at all.
Castellano declined an on-camera interview but said in an email, "I cannot comment to the patient's extenuating circumstances, but I do deny all liability in this case."
With the BBL, the main risk that has caused death has been the pulmonary fat embolism.
Dr. Thomas Su is a cosmetic surgeon who owns the Artistic Lipo Cosmetic Surgery Center in Tampa and specializes in liposuction. He's not involved in Dr. Castellano's case, but he has been closely following the reports about an uptick in BBL deaths in Florida.
These are preventable deaths in your mind, it sounds
Yes,
like.
I think it's very preventable. If you inject fat into the butt muscle, the gluteal muscle, there are large veins there that if the fat were to get into it, goes right to the heart and lungs and can kill you very quickly.
That's what the state believed happened to Torres, citing evidence Castellano injected fat into her muscle in violation of a health department rule passed a year earlier. That rule came after multiple surgical associations issued a warning in 2018 that BBLs had a mortality rate of 1 in 3,000, greater than any other cosmetic surgery. But a recent study showed that after the Florida Department of Health rule went into effect, neither procedures nor deaths declined.
Definitely the number of BBLs per year has been increasing very rapidly.
Is Florida the BBL capital of the United States?
I would say absolutely it is.
The epicenter is South Florida, where you can find dozens of clinics, many located in strip malls, offering plastic surgery procedures at discounted rates. A report from the Aesthetic Surgery Journal published this year said 25 women have died from complications related to BBLs in South Florida since 2010. 92% of those deaths occurred in low-budget, high-volume clinics.
These large clinics, which are high volume, oftentimes require their physicians, their surgeons, to perform 10 to 12 BBLs in a day.
Many patients come from out of town, lured by online marketing and low prices, We found BBLs in Miami advertised online for less than $3,000. Dr. Sue says that's a fraction of the cost of the procedure at a traditional cosmetic surgery center.
Don't budget shop your surgery. You do get what you pay for it, and that just invites a lot of risk if you're doing that.
I'm I-Team investigator Adam Walser with photojournalist Randy Wright and Matt McGlashan taking action for you.
Continuing on with this, a new state law just went into effect limiting doctors to performing a maximum of 3 BBLs a day and requires doctors to use ultrasound guidance during the procedures.